Welcome to Graybo's Giblets. We are Gray Burnett, Ryan Fitz, and Duke Dotson. We own a sports card shop called Graybo Sports Cards and a sports bar called Parlay in Richmond, Virginia. We know you don't have 40 hours per week to pour over podcasts and spreadsheets, but you want to get in on the action, so we do the work for you. We bring you 30-minute giblets each week so you can feel good heading up to the window and into the weekend. We are the crossroads of sports lovers, fantasy heads, sports betting, and sports cards. We're out here dropping giblets for the people.
And today we are back with some holiday college football. I'm here with Goo. Welcome back, Goo. We're kind of in a virtual world here because everyone is home for the holidays. We got to give a shout out to Elena for hooking this up. We wouldn't be able to do this without our producer
100%.
and our editor. So we actually are able. We figured it out. We're recording college football. We're off to a good start. We're both 2-0. Washington took care of Boise State, which was your lock for wave one. We're going to do this in wave. We're going to do this in waves. So first wave, your lock was Washington. Mine was Western Michigan. They're yet to play, so we'll find out. But Jacksonville State as 3.5 dogs win outright. We both had that. So we're 2-0 to start the bowl season. Old Dominion plays here in about an hour. I think we're both on ODU. And then let's get into the game. Let's get right into it. Wave 2. Here we go. We're off to a great start, college football for bowl season. And so let's get into wave 2. In wave 2, we start with Washington State at Utah State. Utah State is now -2.5 favorites. Who are you going with in this game?
This is a tough one. Washington State, I've seen a little more than Utah State, but I think there's probably some transfers with Washington State leaving and Utah State, smaller school, smaller conference. They normally stick together, so I'm taking the small number with Utah State.
Yeah, so I was looking at that trend. Like, definitely Washington State coach is leaving. I forget where he's going. Where did he get picked up by? He's leaving. He's taking the Iowa State job. Matt Campbell, our good friend Matt Campbell is leaving Iowa State for Penn State. And the Washington State coach, got the Iowa State gig. What a good gig to get after being at Washington State.
Right.
But looking at the numbers, like Washington State, I'm gonna take their defense over Utah State's offense. Utah State's defense is atrocious. Washington State's offense is bad. So look under here because you have a good defense in Washington State versus okay offense against Utah State. But I think Washington State's defense is just really good. But again, potential for opt-outs. I mean, we're recording this December 17th. They play December 22nd. Will everyone on Washington State stay together? I don't know, but I'm going to take the points with Washington State. Better schedule, played better teams. You are getting a better defense, so I'm going to go against you here. I got Washington State with the points. You're taking Utah State again. Like, I don't think I would ever bet this game because it is definitely one of those coin flips. And like you said, I'm not staying up till midnight to watch Utah State play football on the Mountain West. But they did have this game against Boise State where they lost 25-24 and they were winning the whole game. So where are they at mentally as well? So give me Washington State. You take Utah State. Let's keep it going here.
I always do watch the Idaho Potato Bowl, though.
Is that the Idaho Potato Bowl?
Yeah.
Let's
go. They dump a bunch of potatoes on the coach, and I love the blue field. So
that's Boise State.
I might have to bet it just because I wouldn't watch it otherwise because these are two bad teams. But here's what you're saying.
Washington State did keep it close with JMU. That's one thing I remember about them. So give me the points with Washington State. All right, December 23rd, we got Toledo whose coach just left for UConn at Louisville. So you got a big ACC team here versus a Maction team. So if you're looking at conferences, you're like, oh boy, Louisville's 6.5-point favorites, but Louisville has kind of plummeted a little bit here towards the end of the season. They did get a good win against Kentucky. They blanked Kentucky pretty bad. Miller Moss says he will play for Louisville, their starting quarterback. That's huge news.
Yep.
So you taking Louisville in the points, or you riding Toledo?
Yeah, I'm taking Louisville. I don't know. There's just some they they shot themselves in the foot. They could have very well been 10-2, 11-1, make the ACC championship. I'm not. I mean, weren't they 99% against UVA at one point and blew that game? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
they have a great team, but they just did not uh to win the games they should have. I mean, Clemson was another one. They missed like 3 field goals in the final quarter to blow that. So if I did see Miller Moss was playing, I think they're far superior, even if they have some people leaving. I think they'll roll.
yeah. Give me the Cardinals here. Their other two big players are thinking about playing the Brown kid, the running back, and then they have that wide receiver Bell, who's really good. Louisville is one of my teams that I thought would win the ACC. Again, you lose a game here and there, then they kind of just injuries as well. They didn't have Miller Moss for a couple of those games. I just think
That too.
yeah, Toledo's schedule compared to Louisville, like this, I could see this getting out of hand, and Louisville taking it pretty easily. So give me Louisville. We're both on that one. Toledo's coach also gone, so like who knows where everyone's head at is at. And so when you see a coach leave, you're going to see a lot of transfers.
People leave too. Yeah,
People are,
exactly.
yeah, players are going to opt out. So I don't know who is even going to play for Toledo. Toledo does have a really good defense, but again, look at their schedule. They haven't played a team like Louisville yet, so it should be interesting to see how that game pans out. But I got Louisville coming away there with the points -6.5. So we're both on Louisville. What about Western Kentucky at Southern Miss? Southern Miss 5.5-point dogs. Southern Miss's coach has left for Memphis. Everyone keeps moving up. Southern
Yeah,
Miss coach now has moved up to Memphis. Southern Miss was in the driver's seat to make the conference championship. Then they lost 3 games in a row. I'm going to make it 4 here. I got the Hilltoppers knocking off Southern Miss. What about you?
I'm with you. I always take the Hilltoppers in these bowl games because
They
they always
win.
find a way to score. They always win and they score a ton of points. They have that pro style offense. They always have a decent quarterback. I mean, there's 2 or 3 quarterbacks from Western Kentucky that are in the NFL right now. They're just backups in different places. So Southern Miss is on a slide, losing their coach. I think those are both big deals. I think Western Kentucky gets it done.
Yeah, Southern Miss, like last 3 games, they were in the lead. They were in the conference championship. They would have played JMU and then lost to Troy 28-18. If they beat Troy, they would have been in. But before that, lost to South Bama, Texas State. So they've been sliding.
Hmm.
Western Kentucky, on the other hand, played LSU tough. Only lost 13-10. Like absolutely played them tough. I know Nussmeier was hurt for that game, but still, LSU has the better athletes for sure. And then they lost to Jacksonville State by 3. So, I mean, they're a good team. I think they take care of Southern Miss. I'm going to take the -5.5, and let's move on. And
Totally agree.
the third game on December 23rd is UNLV, the Running Rebs, taking on Ohio, who Ohio is getting 5.5. Who you rolling on this one?
UNLV screwed me, so I am taking Ohio just out of spite. they they got absolutely steamrolled by Boise. Honestly, Ohio, uh, they they play a good. They play good defense, and their running back has over 1,200 yards and 14 touchdowns. I think they slow the pace down, and they cover. I don't know if they win, but they cover the 5.5. So taking the Bobcats.
Man, you're bitter about the UNLV guys, huh?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
absurd.
go. We're gonna go opposite here again. I'm taking another favorite. Could bite me in the ass here, but I'm going to take UNLV. Ohio just fired their coach for, I believe, was like uh, mis misconduct or something with the players. Like he was like making them. I don't know what misconduct means, like throwing chairs at them or whatnot, like Bobby Knight style that you can't do anymore. But those are the reports. He got fired. He's not going to be at the bowl game. UNLV's
These
offense.
days, it could be weird stuff like
Yeah,
the
we're
Sharon Moore stuff.
not gonna, not gonna get into that. Yeah, who knows?
Misconduct can mean anything.
Shout out Sharon Moore. What? That's another story. That's for another day.
Yeah. Yep.
UNLV 11th in yards per play on offense. Ohio is 100th in that category on defense. I think UNLV will put up some points on Ohio's defense. And then looking at like Ohio's offense, like you said, good rushing game, right? They're ninth, where UNLV is 102nd. So, Ohio's got an edge there big time.
Smaller.
I just think UNLV is going to put too many points on the board. They win by like 10. And so I'm going to go with UNLV. But Ohio will keep this closer than a lot of people think. I think a lot of people are on UNLV, like big win. And I don't think that's going to happen. Looking at UNLV's defense stinks. So,
Yeah, that's why I think big runs, big bursts up the middle, house calls. UNLV had that happen a ton against Boise, so I'm expecting a lot of the same.
but Ohio can't pass the ball, so they are going to run it slow game. But UNLV is also explosive. So to be honest, I really don't know. I'm just taking UNLV.
The
That's just a
total's
gut.
65.5. That's massive. So
Massive.
I think might regret this, but take the under.
You might be right because Ohio's just going to pound the rock. And so if
Yeah,
UNLV, who can't stop the run, but it's coming, can practice for that.
yeah.
Uh, let's see what they can do because UNLV will score points. That's what I'm banking on. Stop the run this one game. You've played much better teams in Ohio, and you're going to be able to throw all day on Ohio, score some points, get in the win column. All right, Christmas Eve. I'll be definitely watching this one. Cal and Hawaii. Hawaii home game. Dogs 1.5. Hawaii Bowl. Cal though got some decent wins down the stretch. 7-5. Hawaii good year at 8-5. Are you taking Hawaii at home with the 1.5?
A tradition unlike any other. Watching Hawaii on Christmas Eve in the Hawaii Bowl. I'm definitely taking them to cover against Cal. Cal doesn't want to be there. That's
No.
Christmas Eve. That's the tradition for Hawaii, and they're at home. Cal has to get back on a plane and get home on wee hours of Christmas Day. No one wants to do that. So I'm taking Hawaii. Cal's not going to show up. I'm taking Hawaii money line, covering all things above.
Let's go. I'm with you. I'm Hawaii all the way. At home, don't bet 1.5. Take the money line.
Yeah,
Uh,
for sure.
right. Let's never take 1.5 or one. Always take money line if you're getting more. Get that juice out of here. Let's just win. Hawaii's at home, Christmas Eve with their family. Family's going to be there. Tradition like no other. Cal's in trouble. Cal fired their coach earlier in the season. Like you said, they don't want to be there. So I'm with you. Hawaii. We're both on Hawaii. Love it.
Love it.
But for the pod, we'll take the 1.5.
Okay.
Let's cash that. Next one has moved a lot towards Northwestern's way. Central Michigan, December 26th might be the 3 worst games I've ever seen. So if you're hungover and need to do something with your family, you can skip these 3 games. Central Michigan at Northwestern. Northwestern's minus 10.5. That's moved a lot. But I'm still on the Wildcats. I think they pound the Chippewas. Central Michigan has been horrendous down the stretch on offense. So I'm going Wildcats.
I tend to
What's
agree. Northwestern played a way tougher schedule. I mean, I don't know why I was watching this, but they were again when they played against Oregon, they were moving the ball, and it was a tight game all the way to the fourth quarter. So that's my snippet of seeing Northwestern, and man, they moved the ball. They didn't, and it wasn't all running the ball. They had some passing in there, which you don't see with Northwestern in years past. So yeah, I'll take them to roll as well.
Yeah, let's go. We were pretty good last week, like pretty good to start agreeing. We got Jacksonville State, Washington.
Yeah,
Um, both
dope.
have ODU, so let's keep it rolling. I like that we're on the same page here for most of the bowls. Um, what about this one though? I really like a team in this one. Let's see if we're on the same page. New Mexico is going against Minnesota. Minnesota's -2.5. This did start around -4, I believe. So money is coming in on New Mexico. Um, who do you like here?
I am going to roll with Minnesota just based off their
Woo!
defense.
Okay.
Take the win by a field goal. I
Okay.
know
Okay.
nothing about I know nothing about the Lobos, even though they beat VCU last week, and I'm not happy about that. So this is another Vendetta pick.
There you
Take your
go.
Minnesota for something completely not related to the actual game, but
God, I love it.
Minnesota because of their defense.
I love it. Well, this is one of my favorite games on the slate, and probably my lock is New Mexico is going to beat Minnesota. I look at Gooch's face. I
Wow.
love New Mexico. I think Minnesota's stud running back is going to opt out. He still hasn't said he's going to opt out, but Minnesota, their only offense is to run the ball. But they do have a pretty good defense. I'll give you that. New Mexico should have been in the Mountain West Championship. They have been on fire. Rolling, they've won 5 in a row, including Utah State. They beat UNLV. They beat San Diego State, another really good team. So all three of those teams are bowl teams. So they are on fire. And what I like the most is they're 4-2 as a dog, where Minnesota's 0-4-1. So Minnesota as a favorite this year has not won once. So you're banking on a team.
Awesome.
You're banking on a team that's a favorite to win. Now looking at it, the defense versus offense, right? Like Minnesota does have a little edge on defense. Again, the bowls are weird. You're hoping for opt outs. I'm playing the opt outs. I'm also playing the trends here. I'm not really basing it on yes, Minnesota has a better defense than New Mexico's offense, but not by much. Like looking at the stats, like it's Minnesota 66 in passing yards. New Mexico's 80th. Like not that far off.
Hmm.
Uh, if you look at defense versus Minnesota's offense, New Mexico has a better defense compared to Minnesota's offense. This is going to be a struggle. Another under to look at. I think New Mexico gets it done. I mean, Minnesota, for having a really good running back, is 129th in rushing yards. And
Whoa,
New
that's
and,
wild.
isn't that wild? And New Mexico's 25th at stopping the run. So I really like the Lobos, and I really like that Minnesota's hasn't won as a favorite yet. Really love that. Now we'll give you this: Minnesota's head coach hasn't lost the bowl yet. I think he's like 7-0.
Yeah,
So
Fleck with
Fleck,
the nice Windsor knot.
row
Yeah,
the boat, row the boat.
the Windsor knot's taking us to another win over Gray.
There you go. All right, so that's a big game to look at since you're on against my favorite bet. So we'll definitely track that after Christmas. Uh,
Sorry.
December 26th, Florida International against UTSA. Can't wait to stay up for that one. UTSA is -9.5. Big favorites over FIU. UTSA slings it. They love to throw the ball. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know much about FIU. Do you have a take here?
I think the 10th McCown brother gets dialed and dominates -9.5. UTSA has played a really tough schedule,
Yeah,
battle
they're six and
tested.
six. I see that.
They've had I mean, they've had tough losses with I mean, who they played is they haven't lost any real crap teams.
They played Army tough. They lost by 3.
Yeah,
One win that sticks out is they beat Tulane 48-26. So
that's a
October 30th. So they
wow.
can
So
put
that's Tulane's only loss.
some
Um,
points on the board.
yeah, for sure. I like UTSA big. Florida International is just happy to be there. So
Yeah, their last game they lost to Army by 3. Um,
an
so
Army arguably should have won the Army Navy game.
yeah, we shredded on that, didn't we?
I know,
We sh I should have
but
gotten. I should have got Navy
Army
live.
played better. Navy just made 1 or 2 extra plays.
Yeah, I should have got in and bet Navy live,
What,
but
just money line?
yeah, they're losing the whole game.
I mean, after that first drive, you thought it was going to be a domination by Navy, but nah,
Those games are never dominated by anybody. Just big rivalries. But then they love each other
that's
when it comes
true.
wartime. So I'm with you. I think UTSA takes care of Florida International. I'm just going to roll with the better team and hope they beat them handily. Who wants to be there, right? Like, do both these teams want to be there? And if they do, then you're going to get
Exactly.
UTSA's best effort. Like they're 6-6. Like they're happy to be there. I would assume. Um, and also for a lot of these teams, it's their last
Hmm.
time to show off the transfer portal. Like if you're UTSA's quarterback, you want to show off. You're like, hey, put me in one of those Power Four teams and pay me some money. So looking at it,
I'm a
we are
McCown.
both on.
Give me power four, bro.
So we're both on Washington State 2.5. We're both on Louisville -6.5. Both on Western Kentucky -5.5. You're taking Ohio with the points. I'm taking UNLV. We're both taking Hawaii money line. Let's go.
Dub.
But we get them at 1.5. We're both taking Northwestern -10.5. You're against me against New Mexico. I'm taking New Mexico. You're taking Minnesota, and then we're both on UTSA up -9.5. I love it. Uh, can't wait to
A lot of
watch it. We are
togetherness.
is for college is pretty good.
Yeah.
Can't wait to watch the playoffs. Got Bama and Oklahoma coming up. I know we're against each other on that. Uh, have you changed your mind on any of the games?
I'm not. I'm sticking to my guns.
Sticking to his
Boomer
guns.
Sooner on Friday night, baby.
So overall, Wave One, we still have a lot of games to go for Wave One. Old Dominion, Delaware, Missouri State, all those guys. But we both finished 2-1 for the games that were played. We hit the bowl games, but we lost Navy. So overall, I'm 31, 34, and 2. And you are overall 7-12. Hey, you're getting there.
Upwards trajectory, getting there.
So let's get our Wave 2 bowl game dog of the week. Wave 1. My Wave 1 is Old Dominion. They play today. You have Wave 1. You have Memphis with 6 points, so they haven't played yet. All right. So the games we talked about today, who is your super dog?
Based off my picks, I gotta go Ohio. Taking Ohio as my super
Ohio,
dog.
5.5. Yeah, you only have 3 dogs, and they're not like huge dogs. Like the biggest dog is
Correct.
Florida, or the biggest dog would be
Is Ohio.
no, would be whoever's playing Northwestern, which is I
But I
can't
took Northwestern,
remember.
so Central Michigan.
Yeah, Central Michigan would be the biggest dog, but I'm not taking Central Michigan. They ain't winning. So for me, I'm going to take New Mexico because it's my favorite bet on the board. New Mexico is my dog at 2.5, and they're also my lock of the week for Wave 2 at 2.5. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from my Wave 1 lock, Western Michigan -4. That game has now moved to -3. That's never good when Western Michigan
Nah,
is going the other way. So it's not, but I trust Western Michigan's D against Kennesaw State. I really do. Your wave one lock was Washington. Good hit. That's already been hit. So wave two, who's your lock in the games we talked about today?
Ooh, I'm between Hawaii and UTSA. Both are playing in the state that their home state. I think I'm going to go UTSA because Florida International is worse than Cal. Cal, I could see winning. I don't see Florida International showing up whatsoever. So UTSA is my lock. Doing
All right,
another
let's
nine
go.
and a half lock.
Let's go. Another 9.5. Throw it up. Favorites. You're 2-1 on locks. Let's hit another one. I'm not even going to tell you mine. You can search it. So that's going to do it for the college football show. Hopefully we can come back next week right before Christmas, maybe like a Monday, and get the rest of them because there's a huge January 1st slate, really good slate that we'll talk about. And we'll know the winners of Friday and Saturday. So we'll be able to talk about the college playoff quarterfinals and right before Christmas, hopefully we can get some picks for you guys. That's going to do it. We, as a shop, Graybo Sports Cards, big release month this week, Goo. One of the biggest months of releases. Today we had Topps Heritage High Number for baseball, Topps Cosmic Chrome for baseball, and the biggest release of the year tomorrow, Topps Chrome Basketball is back. We can hit some monster rookie cards. Cooper Flagg, who dropped 42 points the other night, is a big chase. The great rookie class. Harper, Concanipple, VJ Edgecombe. I'm missing a lot more. Cedric Coward. Derek Queen has been good. Fierce has also been good. The whole class has been actually pretty damn good. So come on Fanatics Live tomorrow and buy some teams through the Graybos shop. Let's get some massive hits. That's all I got. You got anything to add, Gil?
No, just go check out Graybo's Sports Cards before to get your last minute shopping done for your kids or your hubby. If you're looking for some gift ideas, they got a lot in there, and some releases, new releases. Love to hear it.
That's right. They're going fast. Already sold out of a lot of stuff for the NBA. The NBA is like one of the biggest releases ever. And
it's crazy.
I'll tell you why off camera.
Yeah.
If I could talk forever about it. All right, awesome. That's going to do it. We'll see you guys next time on Graybo's Giblets. We're out.
Peace.